tell you, it's magic. You might have a heart problem. If you woke up this morning, you're not feeling really well, you didn't really sleep good, and there's things that's like bothering you, you got all this cortisol pumping, and you just really can't get going, think about what I'm fixing to tell you. You got to keep your heart in check. You know, I don't care what they say, if you ain't got the heart, ain't nothing gonna happen, because you ain't gonna happen. So when you make up your mind what you're gonna go after, you can't continue to halfway do anything. You gotta do it with heart. You gotta love with heart. You gotta give with heart. Everything you do, you go a full bore and put your heart into it, and you will give it your best effort ever when you're putting heart. And you add heart with a little bit of grit, there's absolutely nothing can stop you from accomplishing your goals. You'll start to love and take care of yourself, and you do that with heart. You do it with conviction and passion. And see, most people have a heart problem. And what that actually means is everything you've attempted, you're just half-assing it. And you think it's supposed to just happen because you're not putting your heart into it. So when you start to put your heart in what it is you're after, whether it's a physical exercise, it's your job, it's your church, it's your community, it's a business, whatever it is. If you go out and do it hard, you'll start to outperform everybody. You'll start to feel good about where you're going, because you can actually start to see yourself impacting more people and enriching their lives and moving to the next level. Because why? You finally got all in. You quit half-assed, you quit playing around, you quit dipping your toe in it, and you get all in with heart. I don't care what it is. If it adds value to other human beings and to humanity, if you get all in with heart, you will make a difference. The first difference it'll start to make will be the difference in you, because see, you're going to have a metamorphosis. It changes. They look at most people, well, they just half-assed it again. Therefore, you're predictable. But when something changes about you and you say, I'm very committed to what I'm going to do, I'm very committed to where I'm going, and you know what? I'm going to get all in with heart. That means you're going to give it your very best effort. If you're not giving the full love to your spouse, unconditional love. See, most people, you condition things, you condition yourself, which keeps you on the plantation, keeps you harnessed up. Because if it don't work by then, if they don't do that, I won't do this. Therefore, you condition everything, and you wonder why in the hell you're just sitting where you are. Because you never got all in with heart. Give me a person that's all in with heart. I don't care what your race is. I don't care what your gender is. I don't care what your educational status is. I don't care none of that. If you get all in with heart, there's absolutely nothing can stop you from accomplishing every goals. And I'm going to bet you something else. Your goals and your dreams will start to get bigger. And you'll start to accomplish things on a bigger level. Because you what? Hell, you got all in. Most of you are playing this thing called life like it is a hobby. You're worried about what everybody else is saying. You're counting the cost of investing in you. If you don't invest in your health and taking care of your heart, you'll never do anything with heart, because you won't have the heart to get it done. And that ain't nobody's fault but yours. I don't care what happened to you when you was a kid. I don't care what happened to you in a bad marriage. I don't care what happened to you wherever somebody hurt your feelings. Man, get past all that bullshit. Get all in with heart. Get your blinders on and get focused on to where you're going, and quit listening to all this noise. It dilutes your efforts, because you can't get focused on what's really important for you. Getting all in with heart, you shut out all that freaking noise. And how do you shut the noise out? You start to grow by putting the right things in your mind. Leaders are readers, and readers are leaders. And there is a reason for that. I love to read after a lot of different authors, and I do it every day because I want to learn and grow. I'm 60 years old, but I still am just a student to where I'm going to go. I want to find the people that's already been there. How do they do it? They have one common factor, one common denominator. Is every time when you in times of adversity, when great men and women stood up against the tyranny, you know what they did? They got all in with heart, and they made a difference around the globe. Those are the people that they write books about. Those are the people that's making history, that's not living in history. So if you're not going in every day all in with heart, all in. That means every fiber in your molecular structure, you're all in with heart. And when you start to do that, you'll start to make a difference. Oh, yeah, you're going to ripple the water, baby. It's like, when I jumped in the pool early this morning, I don't stick my toe in. I just fall back into it because the water's right cold. But after the day, it's going to be hot because it's 90-something degrees on this way. But you got to get all in. You can't half-ass continually doing what you're doing. And, well, I wonder why I ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere because you ain't doing nothing. You're not getting committed. So here's how you know if I want to do business with you. Are you taking care of your physical well-being? Are you worth the investment to take care of you? If you won't take care of you, hell, you won't take care of nothing else. And you'll make every excuse in the world to not get it done, and the Lord's going to bless me. Yeah, he will. He will bless you when you put the effort into it and you get all in with heart. And so number one, take care of your physical well-being. Take care of your mental well-being. What are you reading? The most famous book in the world, the most read after sold, biggest seller in the world, in the history, is the Bible. Now, I'm a devout Christian. I'm a little bit raw. I'm a preacher's son. But you know what? I get a lot. You know, I've been with my wife 43 years. Guys, I'm talking to you. If you'll read the Song of Solomon, that was the greatest Mr. Casanova in the world. You'll find out how he done what he did. The Song of Solomon. If you'll read it, just apply that to your life. Guys, if you want to read how the times are going to go for you, read Proverbs. I mean, it's so much. You want to build a big business. Proverbs is the best book in the whole Bible, in the whole world, to teach you how to run a business. It's not rocket science, and I do John Maxwell. I read after all these guys. I love them because they're what? They're all in with heart, and they have a proven record. Their performance and their actions, they don't have to say a lot. Their performance and action, that means they're all in with heart, is impacted more people around the world than any other authors out there other than the Bible. And so when you make up your mind that you're worth it, until you take care of your physical and mental well-being, you'll just half-ass everything you do. It's too expensive. No, you're just saying, I'm not worth it. That's all you're doing, because you're not all in with heart. The day you make, and see, this happened to me almost 21 years ago. The day I stood up and said, hey, I'm worth it. And I'm getting all in. I resigned from a senior vice president job at a major bank from the Federal Reserve. I said, I see you guys, y'all fired. I'm going home and do my own deal. I'm going to be a full-time husband to the woman I love most in the world, the only woman I ever been with in my life. 43 years, getting ready to head toward 44. I got all in because those two little girls that she gave me were worth daddy getting in with all heart, every fiber in his being. And this little granddaughter I got coming, you really want to fight with me right now? That other little girl's coming? No. See, I'm all in with heart. And you know what that means? Every single day, your passion will be contagious to other people. I don't care what industry you're in. You'll become more creative. And you'll be able to solve more problems. You'll create more solutions for other people. I don't care what industry you're in. And you'll start to listen to people that's already made it on a grander scale, wherever you want to go. If you're hanging around $7 in minimum wage people, that's all you're going to ever be. If you're hanging around six-figure people, that's what you will be. You'll be the sum total of the 6 people you engage with on a consistent basis. That's all you're going to be. But when you make your break for freedom, you'll step out of that little bitty circle. You'll start to get in with something's different about you. Some of them want to go with you. But you'll find the people that's already where you want to be, and that's the people I run with today. They're way over there where I'm heading. And I'm learning so much more at 60 years old. You know why? Because you get all in with heart. I don't care if you're a minister. Find the guys that's made it happen the most, that's impacted the most people. If you're in real estate, find the guys that's really made it big in real estate. And stop holding yourself back. Do not be scared to take a calculated risk and then get all in with heart. You will start to make a big difference. If you're in whatever you're in. And a little girl come to my club last year. We run every morning around 4 o'clock. And my daughter brought her here, and I said, what do you do for a living? She said, oh, I'm a marriage counselor. I said, well, how long have you been married? She said, I'm not. I said, have you ever been married? She said, 3 times. I said, well, I could never take any marriage advice from you if you've done it 3 times, and what are you telling everybody else? And I'm kind of joking with her. She got a little angry with me. She said, well, are you married? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, how long? I said, well, back then it was 42 years. Same little girl. I said, no, I normally charge about $200 an hour for this advice I'm going to give you, how you want to pay. And then she started to laugh. So whatever you're going to do, if you get all in with heart, that means through the bad times, you're going to make it happen. The bad times are not as bad. You'll start to make it happen. That means you have a vision, and God gave you an imagination to where you're going to go, to imagine it and envision it and put the action to it. When you do that with all hearts, you know what's going to happen? You're going to happen because you're making things happen. That means you're going to have to get on Saturday and Sunday after church. You're going to have to go right after it. You're going to have to learn and grow. And when you start to learn and grow, you're going to start to grow, but you'll outgrow that group you're in, and you'll find another group. It'll take you in, and you'll start to learn, and then you continue to grow. And once you get into this thing, I'm going to grow every single day for the rest of my life. Guess what's going to happen? Everything about you starts to grow, because you're what? You're given the right nutrients and minerals and the nourishment to yourself to be that bloom, that big rose bush. Blooming its beautiful roses. You're going to start to flourish where you are, and you're going to start to impact people. People will see your growth. Here's two things that's going to happen. You have people embrace you. They want to know how you done it. And then you're going to have your haters. If you don't have haters, you ain't making nothing happen. If you don't have some family that don't like you, if you don't have some people that totally hate you and they want to see you fail, you ain't making nothing happen. That means you've outgrown them. They didn't have the posture, and they didn't posture themselves mentally to a position that I want to learn, I want to grow, and I want to go to the next level. See, nothing can hold you back from becoming the first in your life, the first millionaire, the first billionaire, the first whatever. And I say those terms, and it's not really about the money. It's about the impact that you're having on other people. So I had a lady that asked me the other week, said, when is enough for enough? I said, never. I can never make enough. I can never do enough. See, that sounds like greed to me. I said, no. The more you make, it just magnifies who you are. If you're just a big old asshole, you'll be a bigger one. If you're a great person, you'll become a bigger person. You'll become a person that impacts people. See, money only magnifies exactly who you are in here. So get your heart right, get your mind right, and watch what begins to happen. Guys, I love you today. You matter to me. And until tomorrow, pick up this phone right now. You're on it. Call somebody right now, whether it's your spouse, your kids. Tell them how much you love it, but do it with heart. So Lionel Richie sung a song when I was younger. I'm back in the 70s. When you have love in your heart, you'll have heart in your love. And until tomorrow.